So it's been a long week. How are you feeling? Tired? Did your manager shout at you multiple times again? Did you spill water all over your shirt and need to stand under the public toilet's dryer for a good few minutes? It seems Catty here is tired from all the adventuring she's done and just wants some nice peace and quiet and a drink at the inn. I mean, just look at Mikkel here. Look how peaceful he is. I mean, he was drinking a fair bit of skooma, but hey, it's not the drugs, it's the thought that counts. You'd like to be nice and relaxed, wouldn't you? Well, it so happens that this mage, who is obviously good and not evil, has casted a spell over a river. The spell of... what was it again? Spell of death? I mean, the spell of happiness and more happiness. Just look into the aura and all your problems will go away. Actually, on second thoughts, don't look. Don't look. No. No! Just before we start, I've added some handy icons so you guys can tell which platform or what website to download a mod from. Now, let the show begin. It's always nice panning through the trees, isn't it? Don't you love it when movies just openly avoid what's in front of them by pushing the camera through the trees rather than in an open playing field? Well, in this case, it's probably worth it, and the reason why I say that is because this is Honeyfrost Retreat, which is in the middle of bloody nowhere, so if you're the hermit type, you're gonna love this place. I mean, even Catty likes it out here, and she's a typical city girl, but then who isn't a fan of bugs and large killer wolves now and then? I mean, she might look slightly depressed, but I wouldn't worry about that. From the outside, it looks pretty nice, though you can imagine maybe a lonely/desperate witch living out here, probably looking for young children to devour maybe. Inside is slightly better, more fitting for a family perhaps, considering the amount of chairs there are. And what's that at the back of the room there? Do I see a bar? Every drunkard's paradise sitting right at home? Well, Catty, no more bannered mare for you. Catty seems to have made herself quite comfortable, but I mean, look at that desk at the back there. How posh is that? I bet not that many people have had a nice desk at their disposal in Skyrim. I wonder what Catty's dreaming about. It's you, Carl. How's it going? It seems Carl has been working on new magical abilities thanks to the mod Awesome Enchantments. In demonstration, it allows you to teleport followers if they get in the way, so you're not continuously running at them. You can push them backwards, which is a bit more realistic in terms of getting them out of the way.
Come to chat with an old woman.
The mod begins to get progressively funnier by allowing you to knock them to the ground in ragdoll form, which is a nice way to show your followers who's boss. If you really want to overpower them, there's always the LOL category, which trust me will be bringing some LOLs to the table by flinging your followers as far as the eye can see. That's not all though, you can make them better at sneaking because followers are always so good at that. And you can always change their size. It doesn't change any stats, but if I wanted Faendal to be a huge giant or a tiny pipsqueak, you know, the tiny pipsqueak that he really is, the feature is there to do so now. Plus it's always nice to see a giant fly away into the distance just for the giggles. Where is Carl now? And what's that red thing in the background? Well, it comes from a mod called Alterna, which allows for a few new and unique spells, and also has a follower and a huge machine that you can buy to eradicate your enemies. Yes, I know we escalated quite a bit there. You need to activate the object, and this will reveal a number of Psijic Order members who, funnily enough, I think are children. They will sell you the bits and bobs you need, and there are 5 spells in total, all with different effects to destroy your enemies swiftly and effectively. This is a quick demonstration to show you the power of the spells and also the uniqueness and difference from the type of spells you will find in the vanilla game. it seems that the Psijic Order has been working hard to create such spells to empower the Dragonborn. They tend to focus on blowing you up, and there is also a phaser and pulsar type spell if you want to completely eradicate your enemies. Back in Solstheim, you can speak to one of the vendors to get different items, one of which will allow you to purchase a slave. Follower. His name is Nora Jill, and he's prepared to kill. Well, I bloody hope so for that price. And remember the killing robot I spoke about? Well, here he is. You will need the magical cube, which can be purchased from one of the vendors in order to gain ownership of him. He'll shoot and destroy enemies rather nicely, and honestly, seems pretty impossible to destroy. Plus, it's always nice to look badass on the back of a killer robot, right? I'm sure everyone likes a big oversized bow in their inventory, don't they? Auriel's bow is no exception to that description, and as nice as it looks, vanilla just never seems to cut it, does it? Well, of course, that's why we've got mod authors to improve upon stuff like this. This is where Auriel's Bow HD comes in, with 3 different variants. The first is the standard, and while it looks rather nice, my personal preference, I actually prefer the next 2. One being the ebony version, and yes, I know it may not be lore bloody friendly, but it just feels a lot slicker in the nice grey design. Then there's the worn version, and it's got a bit more colour to it, so if you're not a boring person, then you might find that you like this one better, but don't say I influenced you. Have you ever been in a situation where a load of randomly spawned bandits come and try and kill you? I mean, it's a common occurrence in the wilds of Skyrim. Well, then you might notice that after a bit of fighting, there's a huge bloody mess that's everywhere. Well then, Dead NPC Cleaner is your friend, and you can activate bodies and ash piles to be automatically cleaned and removed after a period of time. Let's see it work its magic. The mod also allows you to burn victims and then their body is removed. This gives you the chance to pile up more dead bodies and burn them in the future. Oh, you bad hero, you bad person, you. Ooh, look at those goddamn sexy legs. I wonder who that is. I mean, her name's Lilith, but I guess you'll find that out in a minute. She's a follower that can be found in Riverwood, and she's particularly strong in the spell sword category. Being good with both blades, long or thick, wink wink, and also bolts of lightning just in case you're a bad leader. She's marriageable, just in case you were wondering, and equipped with a really shiny and cool armor set that can't actually be found in her inventory. So if you've ever wanted another slave to carry around your burdens, well, you could always do worse than Lilith, I guess. Me and Catty hope you like this episode of Skyrim Mod Emporium, and of course we hope to see you guys here next week. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and always give gratitude to the mod authors.